Hey, how are you guys doing today? Hope you're doing amazing. Of course, we're back on Planet Toulan. We're, of course, in Guardian Village, and I'm doing the 1000 attempt um, Nadira crafting mission, in which you can basically use any blueprint you want. It gives you 70 PEC in machinery. Machinery is often a lagging skill for item crafting people. And if you wiki it and stuff, you'll notice it contributes a reasonable percentage to a variety of different professions. And so being able to collect 70 PEC a day is a substantial amount. It adds up. Over the 30 days, we're going to be collecting an entire 21 PED in total machinery, in addition to what we get from running. So, in order to demonstrate how cheap you can do this, I'm using the EP1. Of course, this guy is a 46th level mechanical engineer, and he is absolutely qualified skill-wise. The skill that we are missing is industrialist. I don't have that, so that is a percentage of, hey, that's not there. The blueprint I'm using is a 100 quality, basically, blueprint. And so we're not missing any of that. I'm going to have this set up right here to where you'll be able to see that as it feeds in. I'm going to have that set to system. This actually breaks down to a better decimal point value than this over here. I'll click out, we'll put this here. I'll have this here so we can see what blueprints we get. And as blueprints happen, I'm going to talk about them. At the end, I'm going to go over, review the statistics and stuff like that. As of this run, we're down 9.42 PED. This is run number 12, so we've got a substantial amount of machinery for the amount we're down. I'm going to go ahead and get this run going. I hope you guys are having a great morning and wish me luck. By the way, we are hoping to pop explosive recycler blueprints. Uh, a single load of those will actually negate out our losses and put us vastly ahead. And we could come out ahead anyway. But let's cross our fingers, get this going. I also always pop out my face, so I'm not just sitting here. And so, but I will be here. Okay, the standard compressor, not super common. I think I might have put one in the auction house yesterday, but if I didn't, I'll throw one in again today. For, of course, one pet. We're not trying to mark up people at this point. We're trying to just help a bunch of people get basic blueprints during this and collect a bunch of stuff ourselves. Hope you're all having a great day though still. How are you doing, Corpse? Glad to see you. We're crossing our fingers. And very much hoping for, I don't know. I'm not even that worried about it at this point. I'd like to see some explosive recyclers though. That would kick butt. And we'll have to figure out which texture we'll grab. Do you need a specific texture off this planet, by the way, Corpse? Just asking because it could be arranged. You know what I'm saying? We could just throw you in what you need. I would do that for you. I have a pretty good variety of what's available. Let's just say that. Okay, understandable. Yeah, crafting, it's a dangerous slippery slope. You gotta watch it. All of a sudden you'll be like flying around the universe, desperately trying to rack up some random skills that lagged behind. It's you end up with stuff on all kinds of planets. So it's a mess. It's very fun, but oh my gosh, does it add such a degree of complexity? Yeah, yeah. Hunting loot is I actually like hunting loot. It is simplified and stuff, to be honest. Oh yeah. No. That's when it gets out of control. When all of a sudden you're mining, crafting, and then you have to fly back to planets and be like, holy crap, I don't even know what to do with this crap. I'm gonna have to liquidate it. It's not even funny. I agree with focusing on something. Um, I already didn't do that very well. And so, but I really enjoy hunting. And I was already crafting. And so, the hunting's for fun. And I like crafting in this game. I just think you end up with so much stuff that you need. Like just ridiculous inventories of components and things on random planets, and it's very hard to keep managed and in control. And there's no clicky click boom boom. I mean, like the globaling is significantly less in crafting unless you're, running specific things. But I sure do love hunting in this game too. If I were doing it again though, I would have definitely approached it with a better strategy. I didn't know about a lot of the how to come at crafting when I first started, and so I felt I had a sloppy approach in. And so at this point, not as sloppy. But on hunting, because I don't know enough about hunting, I am sloppy on that sometimes. I hunt out of my skill level. That's when I do get my butt kicked. It's the same with crafting. If you're like in your zone perfect, you can do very well. If you deviate, holy crap, is that not worth it? And with hunting, it seems to be like very much selective to I'm learning about which gear is kitted to which mob more. Um, you don't have to kit gear to a blueprint run. Like you either have the skill and a good blueprint or you don't. And so some of the hunting stuff is much more complex actually. Like just ridiculously complex. So one of the things I'm wanting to hunt, but I don't have the skill and I would get my butt kicked, is Tesla pods, right? And I know if I want to hunt them, I need Firewall 3 and I want that electroplate armor 60. That gives you literally 100 electric defense. That takes you way up to where you can literally take out one of the, like a very high level one. And that's not that actual hard to do if you're geared right. But my skills as a looter are lagging so far behind being effective for that level of a mob that the likelihood that I would get anything good to a really good level, like a higher standard of a item drop or something, are low. And so I could get up and kill a bigger mob, but if I hunt up into that area just because I can gear up to that area, I will get wiped headwise. And I know that because I've geared up before with Perseus armor and went like kicked butt. It's fun as crap. But I definitely was hunting outside of my sweet zone. And I'm not really a long-term enough hunter where I've got enough experience to know exactly where the sweet zones are for what skill component level. And having butchery, by the way, did significantly help. Um, I don't have the complementary skill though for mutant hunter or the robot looter, and so I would probably not do great at robot hunting right now, comparably. Yeah, I think hunting definitely has some deep complexities to it. But if I do get my skill levels up high enough, I am serious. I'll be like getting a hold of can't remember who it is, but he has an awesome armor shop over on Rocktopia and he streams too. And he makes Firewall 3 and he'll also make the plates. And so with that kind of gear, it's really you are going to beat the mob. It's just how much do you want to spend to beat the mob? I don't want to spend a bunch of money unless I'm going to have at least a reasonable percent return. Like on this, I'm already skilled all the way through this blueprint, except on Industrialist, which I haven't unlocked. And so I'm going to consistently end up in the zone of 5% to 10% down-ish, but then once in a while have a really good run. And so right now, we're at run number 12 at 20 ped, right? So that's 240 ped through us. I don't know the results for today, but we're only at 9.42 ped spent. Percentage-wise, that's ridiculously small. And it would take one stack of explosive recycler blueprints, which is going to be like, what, 4 to 6, something like that, blueprints in a pop on an EP1. Each of those are worth 4 to 5 ped each. And so that would literally flip the whole run in a single drop. And this is why I sat here drinking coffee, right? Oh, I like to have this like this. I didn't want you guys seeing people's advertisements and talky talk stuff. Boom. Sorry about that. Looks like a lot of people are flying people in space today. By the way, I have a space theory, right? I'll show you guys a space theory. And it could be a totally bad theory, so don't go like... So this is a portable trade terminal, right? I know, exciting. It's a great little item. They're usually really marked up, which is kind of a little bit... they don't take high level to be able to use, right? So my basic question is, if I was flying in space, right? And I'm not trying to... But if I wanted to dump stuff because I thought I was going to be pirated, in theory, can't I just bump? I mean, I wouldn't want to have to do it with high value items, but I would do it over getting pirated, you know what I mean? Because at least then you're getting the TT out of it. I don't know. That I haven't tested that in space. I'll fly up in space sometime. I shouldn't say anything about stuff like that because I don't know. And I don't know that you would get that off like unless you were sitting there in time anyway. So that's not some kind of hey, that's I was randomly wondering about it. I've been wondering about it for like 2 days. If I were on a mothership, though, for frick sure, I'd be able to get that off. I'm sure. Maybe, I don't know. That's not why I have it, by the way. Just to clarify. And it's restricted on what it has access to, which is really weird. Surprised they haven't given us something else. Is there a specific texture blueprint from this planet that somebody needs loaded to the auction house that's one of the more common normal ones, by the way? This is a real question. Could be loaded at like one pad. Okay, well, at the end of the thing, I'm going to load one anyway, so we'll find out. So, just for the record, if they would put one of these daily crafting missions on a couple more planets, not just Monterey and Tolan, where you just run 1,000 run and you're gonna get 70 pack in a skill or something like that, that would be really freaking epic. But the one I would like them to add is I would like them to add one with it being vehicle manufacturing, to be honest. Can you imagine how many vehicle engineers or how much more up the tier line the vehicle stuff would be if somebody was just able to just go and do a daily and it'd be epic. I would be on that planet for a second. Okay, so we're approaching a quarter of the way through, setting at only one blueprint. This is absolutely a reasonable amount of metal residue for this amount through. So, I mean, a quarter of the way through, I wouldn't want to guess and say, hey, this is a solid run and I have no fear of being down. But this looks good. It could keep going that way. I'd like it if it did. Okay, we're officially at the halfway point. Pretty good amount of metal residue, to be honest. Not a good amount of blueprints. This, it could go different, but I'm not really sure. So I don't know where we are. Up, down. I would assume we're down a little bit, but since there's another half of the run, I wouldn't want to guess. Sorry about that. I was grabbing some more coffee. So we have some sheet metal, and so the sheet metal we always put pretty much right into the tray terminal. I am like curious on what is going on with the market in welding wire blueprints. It literally has been in this 104% range for a good amount of time. And now we're indicating what? 82 PET has transacted at 122% markup. In which I don't know what to think. Not sure. So as we approach the 3/4 mark, that's absolutely a reasonable amount of metal residue for this portion of the run. It's not like an impressive amount where we're like, oh, that's going to be a us positive several ped. That's probably not likely. But I'm reserved on saying because the value of the overall blueprints has not been impressive so far yet. And so, what do I think? What? I think we're down. I think this is going to be a 5% run. I think we're down like a ped in this. Maybe, maybe. So at this point, we're closing in on the last 200. So I'd like us to get at least another blueprint. And I am wanting this up higher a little bit too. I mean, I'm not totally confident that we're doing great. I know that we're not getting slaughtered. But I don't really know how to read the returns by just what. I mean, I could check the stuff. I'm not going to do that. But on the EP2, I can watch the metal residue, and I pretty much have ran it so freaking much that I know where I'm at-ish. I mean, not down to a dime, but pretty close. This EP1. Mm-mm. I don't know. I think the middle part goes quickly because it's just. For some reason, the beginning and end seem to just go slow. And I know it clicks at the same relative speed pretty much, except for those like lag out minutes or moments. But well, I hope you guys are having a great day at least. Okay, so we're getting there. Hope you guys are kicking some butt. We're closing in. I think I could actually activate my storage thing from here, but these clicky clicks, right? Now you guys see why I killed the camera. It would be really awkward for like 1,000 clicks for me to just be like. Plus, when I have the camera on, it makes me feel like I have to just kind of insane. Last 100. So I think we're doing well. I mean, we're doing well on the overall run percentage-wise at least. This is run 12. Going into it, we're down 9.42 ped. Um, for the fact that we're getting 70 PEC per day in machinery, we're kicking butt. But we're also getting the other skills too. And so, and that's in trade terminal. The one blueprint I won't count trade terminal value is if we do hit explosive projectile recyclers. They're like frickin' some ridiculous th tens of thousands% markup or something like that, in which like a single clicky click of that is 4 to 5 ped, and realistically, I'm gonna count those, and then plus it'll be like a stack of like 3 maybe to 6 zone-ish on this kind of a blueprint. If that did occur, it's not likely all the time. I have much better success rate in generating explosive projectile recyclers off the EP2. The value of these, I was talking to somebody else about it actually. The value of these is just not high, right? And so for me to generate one of those clicky click stacks of explosive projectile recyclers, that's like a 3 to 5 times value clicky click uh, outcome on top of whatever. And so I think that the value is just plus the EP2 has explosive projectile recyclers. It'll pop the 1, the 2, and the 3. And so there's an additional amount of outcomes that could result in that. So I don't know if that's true. That's all opinions and other people's conjecture too, by the way. That's not a hey, this is how it works. Not gonna tell people that crap. Like, who knows? Okay. I think I just saw somebody go by with Chronicle armor, and I've looked that up before. I think it's very neat armor. Come on. I'm serious. That might be a new type of armor because there's a bunch of types of armor, and I'm not gonna pretend to know them all. But there's a few really cool armors that, and yeah. Wait till one day I power myself up enough to justify hunting Tesla pods, and we go on a limb. We're gonna buy. Oh, it's Fargo that makes awesome armor. So, no crap. Um, if you guys don't actually follow him, you probably should. So Fargo plays Entropia. plays the crap out of Entropia. Much higher level than me. Ridiculously good armor. Owns crap load of stuff on Rocktopia, I believe. And he can make, I think it's Firewall 3. And plus, he provides those kind of plates and stuff. And there's other people that probably can do it too. But he's an extraordinarily competent crafter. And so I would be reaching out to Fargo for those. But my understanding is that if I use Firewall 3 armor and the Electroplate 60, that's that is 100 electric damage protection, right? And so that is going to cover me for the Tesla pods. And probably a bunch of other stuff that's specific as crap, you know. I just don't. I haven't looked up, hey, what all monsters should I be hunting in super electric defense armor? But if you look, the Firewall 3 armor looks ridiculously cool. I mean, like, I don't know if you guys ever played G.I. Joe as kids and stuff like that, but that looks like some straight Cobra type commander uh, elite troop armor. I mean, it doesn't look like a copy of that. That's not what I'm saying, but I mean, it looks cool as crap. It's uh, awkwardly saying, I guess. Yeah, see? This game is just freaking fun. Okay, so we're getting down to the end, so. I really do want to get up high enough as a hunter, though, to justify that kind of armor. I just know my skills are not Tesla pod hunting skills yet. Like, I don't know where. I'd have to consult with somebody that's more of a pro hunter on where I need to be popping on Tesla pods and be within your sweet zone. Because I don't know where that zone is. I'm barely in the sweet zone for like level very low. But we all have goals. Plus my impulse control is bad, so sometimes even if it's not in the sweet zone, and then we're like, crap, that was costly. Okay, overall I consider that very good, not exceptional. These aren't exceptional either. So let's find out where we're at really quick. Hold on one second. Oh, 171? Okay, well that's not that bad. That's less than the whole 10% thing. That brings us in total to down 11.13 ped on 3 days. So basically we're spending, I mean on 12 days. Uh, basically we're spending less than a ped a day. So that is statistically below a 5%, 5%. So that's good. I'm going to grab us our one thing. Plus, I actually need to go back in there in a second, put in an order. And so if you guys are on this planet, I'll explain why. I'm attempting to get more of these uh, spotted cow textures. So, like at one point, there will be a reasoning behind that. I know it sounds weird. Uh, I'm going to make them, just for the record. Uh, but I need more stuff. And so I'm going to put in an order for more stuff. I don't know if I have a tab one in here already. So if I do, We definitely want to take that. So this is a permanent jelly baby texture. I happen to be pretty sure that this is valuable in some capacity. Oh, I thought it'd be more valuable than that. Let's get something else. Let's get a William Morris out. Boom. So we'll drop these in auction house style. I don't know what you guys are needing. I want to make sure that there's not one of these tabs in here. One, because I don't like having redundant stuff. Okay, so that's a no. There is not a tab blueprint. Boom. We got that in there. That's a really common one. Everybody should have one of those on this planet. They're hunting them constantly. I happen to know that this is probably worth more than what we're about to drop it in there. Yeah, I knew that was. People have asked me about that in the past. I just took somebody up with one yesterday that really, really needed one. Okay, and because we did pop this thing too, the standard compressor, I don't know if you guys need that or not. Boom. Now, getting back to the focused part, we gotta drop this in here. This is what happens. So you guys, I've had people ask where we're popping all those texture blueprints. The texture blueprints are being popped off of this. Um, Literally, even if there wasn't on this planet at a good price, and that is a good price, you can shop off other planets and click them in, just for the record. And so sometimes I ship them in. If you don't need them immediately, even a stack of 8,000 or so um, will cost maybe like 2 ped if you're shipping them over 12 hours. If you need them immediately, it's going to cost you 6 ped, and you don't even have to fly off a planet. The person selling those, obviously, right now, the one stack, that's at a reasonable price, so that's not a big deal. So the reason I'm putting in an order, though, is because of this. I would like to be able to do a run. Obviously, this is going to be the constricting thing. I can go and get as much animal eye oil in the world. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in an order. I got to remember exactly how to put in an order because I don't do them all the time. And I'm going to put in an order for these dough horse. Um, I'm going to get better at these. This order is going to be an exceptional markup. Let's do it like this because I am not a pro at putting in orders. It would be under natural materials, right? Okay, I'm trying to figure this out because I don't put in orders all the time, and I'll totally cop to that. So in order to put in an order, do we go to my orders, and then what do I do? Anybody know? Because I don't have any orders in. Or do we go to, oh, things available? Ah, okay. I apologize, you guys. I'm trying to get this down. I'm going to put in a good order for these. I just have to find them now. Okay. Okay. So I need to har hides, right? Let's double check. I don't want to get the wrong thing, you guys. I apologize. This is... I need leathers or hides, actually, right? I would take hides. I have a highly efficient thing. I don't want you guys to have to do that. Let's say hides, right? And we are offering 300% markup. Crap, I need a really lot, right? Okay, so let's go. 200 of those, right? We're gonna go 7 days. Let's go higher. Let's go 300 of them. Let's go 400 of them. Could could people get that many? Do you think this is safe to say that we could have people get 400 of those for us in this many days? Crap, I don't want to waste money, but let's do it. Okay, so we've put in an order for that right now. And so, in theory, if you guys wanted to be shooting those, oh, did I just buy them out also immediately? Boom. Oh, so that's handy. So there's now that many left. I apologize, you guys. I'm gonna put in a leather order too, right? Yeah, let's put in an order. Ready? We're gonna do 300% on the leathers too. And let's go. We need at least 100 leathers, 200 leathers, and we're gonna go 7 days uh, on that. I feel that this is gonna. I don't know if you guys are hunting, not hunting, shooting, not shooting, but that should give us plenty of clicky clicks to do that. Um, I hope that helps you guys out if you're hunters or shooty shooters. I'm gonna go collect this now. Got distracted there. At the end of this, we really are going to get back to that whole Toulan texturing chronicles for a couple days. I want to finish that out. There's another 70 PEC in machinery pumped into the sky again, and so that's going to be profoundly helpful. I hope you guys have a great day. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. Peace, very best wishes.